My name is Nancy Stewart, and I work at Reamer Eye Center.
My name's Heidi Barnett, and I work at Spectrum Health Ludington Hospital.
I never went to the doctor. I was never sick. We've lived a very healthy lifestyle. I did go for my women's checkup every year, got a mammogram as I was supposed to. I saw my doctor, and at that time told her that I had this lump and it hurt. So I went and got my mammogram, and my mammogram came back normal.
They found something, decided it was, something definitely that they needed to pursue and check out because it was very suspicious. And then I kind of started getting a weird feeling like something just didn't feel right. The radiologist came in to do an ultrasound, and right then and there she did a biopsy. And it was late on a Friday night, and she stayed and did it. So I'm like, okay, something's kind of weird.
Almost a year later, was getting ready for work, and I put some deodorant on, and I thought, well, why does that hurt? And I knew right away it was bad.
The initial call, the initial discussion with everybody was hard. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to respond. They didn't know. None of us knew what was going to happen,
When you're diagnosed, of course, the first thing you think about is, am I going to live? But right after that, you think about, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to work? And that was the stress that I couldn't handle on top of trying to deal with everything else.
Your life doesn't stop just because you have cancer or just because you're sick. Everything still goes on. There's gas expenses, plus all your house payment, food. You have to eat. And when you have a family, you still have to support everybody. You don't think that stress does a lot to your body, and it does a lot to your body.
I had Jim, my husband, take over all of our finances. I didn't want to know. I felt so guilty about going through all of our savings, and I felt ashamed.
My hardest part was I wasn't able to take care of my family, and I tried, and I just physically couldn't do it.
My boys are here right now. They were here for us. Wesley is the one who took me to my surgery because my husband had a complication from his surgery. So Wesley stepped up, came home, and to have your son do that for you.
It's gonna be really fun.
Talking again. He's gonna play.
Kay, the nurse navigator, she told us about the Angel Fund and other funds available to help us, and I'm like, no, we don't need that. I've never taken any charity.
And I felt really guilty, and so I didn't apply for them for the longest time. And then they actually kind of talked me into it because they said everybody's case is different, true, but everybody can use it.
There was one morning, and we were laying in bed, and I said, maybe we should apply to see if we can get some help. And the Angel Fund paid our co-payments to Spectrum Health. I can tell you, just having that lifted from me and the guilt lifted from me was a huge part in helping me deal with everything. It gave us that time to figure things out.
Those funds are amazing because they help in so many ways, and you just don't realize how much they truly are needed until you actually need it, until you actually start seeing the bills and what things cost.
I don't care how much money you have. Cancer is a very expensive illness, and we want everyone to be able to get what they need, even if it's just a start, like Jim and I needed.
I saw when I used to do my old job, a lot of patients actually would refuse treatment, or they would have to refuse chemo, or some people have to sell their house. There's all different kinds of things that they have to do just to get their treatment. A permanent cancer fund would be absolutely amazing to have out there.
It's a huge part of our recovery. It's a huge burden lifted from us.
I've already been reaching out actually to some different patients and stuff, and I just try to support everyone that I can. And I figure, once all this is done, I'm definitely gonna donate back to that and help other people as much as I've been helped.
It kind of keeps on going. You kind of keep helping other people, and because you know what they're facing, you know what they're going to go through.
One day at a time is all we could do, because you never know how strong you are until that's the only choice that you have.